Well, our kids, without a doubt, respect the heck out of Tennessee. Their style, their personnel, their athleticism, their skill level. We have a big challenge on our hands tomorrow night, and so I think more than anything, we take away the fact that we're playing an excellent team, and one that got a lot better as the year went on a year ago, but have all the pieces back and more.
Last year is obviously a low-scoring, physical game. Do you think that they've improved on the offensive end with some of the pieces they've added this year?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you get kids that are, a guy like Jordan McCray going into his last year. He'll be an SEC Player of the Year candidate as well. Jarnell Stokes and, Mayman is a load. Anybody can get, 20 rebounds in a game, let alone against a team like Memphis a couple of years ago. They had a McDonald's All-American, so we know how much talent they have. And the thing that Coach Martin does an excellent job of is he gets that talent to play extremely hard, and that's not always easy. I think sometimes the more talented teams don't play as hard, and that's not the case with the Volunteers.
Do you have any update on Dee or Justin or Miles?
My staff has been on me to get more into statistics and analyzing data. So the best I can give you is I think there's probably a 40% chance that 75% or less of our players will be able to play tomorrow. And this isn't the NFL. I don't have to disclose any injury reports, so who we roll out there with tomorrow night. But I'd say about 40% of the 75% will be ready, hopefully.
Coach, to play a big game like this early in the season, exciting, obviously because a lot of teams are playing, smaller, lesser-named teams. You guys come out and play Tennessee early November. Just kind of your thoughts on playing a big game this early.
Yeah, I mean, the heartbeat race is a little bit faster. It's a huge challenge. You get a team that's favored to be in the top of the SEC coming in. I think on paper, an NCAA tournament team. Your kids come to Xavier to play these types of games, and we've got a lot more of them on our schedule than we ever have. This is the first one of the year, and so it's going to be a tough game.
Is it different now when you're in the Big East and there are a lot of big name teams where in the past these out-of-conference games might have meant so much more to this program for NCAA tournament seeding and that such? And I'm not saying you don't take this game any less serious now that you are in the Big East, but is there less pressure on a game like this for this team with so many big games on the schedule?
I don't know. I told our kids, it's not a make. You don't play make or break games in November, but you do play tournament games. You play games that can matter at the end of the year. When teams are getting compared, you absolutely can put a feather in your cap. And so, again, this game won't make or break us, nor will it make or break Tennessee, but it's a huge challenge. It's one in our building, and so our guys have to be ready. I know our crowd will be. We have to be ready to go tomorrow night.
With the injuries you guys do have right now, is this a big opportunity for guys like we saw James Farr the other night, Kamal Richards? Would they get those few minutes to show you that they can do something if you have to rely on them later in the year?
Well, we want to be a deeper team than not, and James did a great job on Friday night. Regardless of the opponent, he rebounded the ball. And, if you can rebound the ball and you can handle yourself on the offensive end, know what you're doing, and on the defensive end, hold your own and rebound like he did, he's going to play. As a coach, those type of performances give you an awful lot of confidence. He's not going to be perfect, but there's no player on our team that's perfect. But the effort was, and the way he rebounded the ball was at a very, very high level.
What do you think that Eric Stinger brings to the team besides hustle?
I think he brings immediate respect from his teammates. He's the same guy each and every drill, each and every day. Every time he steps on the floor, you know exactly what you're going to get out of Eric. His effort doesn't depend on his mood. And that's not always easy with 18 to 21, 18 to 22-year-old guys. But for Eric, he has really cemented who he is every single day. So he's going to give you that effort. He's going to give you a toughness. He gives you athleticism. And he just, I think he's a calming influence on our guys because they know what Eric brings to the table every play. And he brings a lot of energy, when he's on the floor.